What up, YouTuberverse? It's your boy RB, back again. Today we are talking about the rumors that there are possible huge layoffs coming at ESPN and the MVP race. So let's get right into it. Nuance Machine Episode 9. Let's kick it. Here's the situation.
Here a thought, there a thought, everywhere a thought. My blood type is B positive. Beauty is pain. You know, life doesn't get easier. You just become stronger and wiser. Become better, not bitter. Positive vibes only. Treat thyself.
We didn't come this far just to come this far.
You know, the devil whispered in my ear. He said, you cannot withstand the storm. And I whispered back, I am the storm. Living my best life right now.
What's going on, y'all? So we're going to talk about the rumors that ESPN possibly has some huge layoffs coming through, including possible top talent layoffs like Stephen A. Smith. Look, I could see this coming from a mile away. Not that long ago, I covered what happened between JJ Redick and Kendrick Perkins, and you can see exactly what's wrong with ESPN in their coverage of the MVP race. So, look, first off, the season hasn't even ended yet. There's plenty of games still left, and they have to come up with a narrative of who's winning right now, who's winning the MVP race right now, even though that doesn't matter. It's just filler to fill in time, and people are done watching that type of stuff. People are going to YouTube to get more thoughtful analysis. They're tired of listening to people yell and scream and holler at each other on ESPN. And First Take has become almost unwatchable. And it pains me to say that because I love Stephen A. Smith. Sometimes his yelling gets on my nerves a little bit, but for the most part, the man has pretty thought out takes, and I agree with most of the things that he says. He doesn't need to do all that yelling and screaming and hollering, but all of his opponents on that show are awful, except for a couple. Max Kellerman wasn't terrible. I don't mind JJ Redick. I don't mind Richard Jefferson, but I'm going to keep it real with you. Kendrick Perkins, awful. Mad Dog, horrible. Like, I don't understand how they thought that these people would be good for this show.
Bring up money like he didn't deserve it.
No, hold on now. Pay us on third and 8, looking at the sky like he's on
Let me discuss these.
How about walking over there, patting him in the rear end?
It's good. First of all,
I can't even get through clips of it, of Mad Dog and Stephen A. Smith yelling at each other. I can't even get through clips of Kendrick Perkins stumbling and bumbling through his sentences. It pains me to watch that man speak. Or to listen to that man speak. You can't watch people speak, I guess. I don't know. I digress. In my humble opinion, I think that Kendrick Perkins perfectly represents what's wrong with ESPN. Look, the man's just not good at his job. He stumbles and bumbles through every single sentence that he has, and he's a narrative machine. He rarely comes with any facts. He just comes with straight narrative. Look at the way he's talked about this MVP race so far.
Well, don't come giving me this stuff about a triple-double. I don't want to hear that. Since you're scared to say it, I'm going to say it. I'm watching Jokic pass the ball, and I'm watching his guys catch and shoot. No hesitation, good or bad shot, and players know what their stats are.
Nikola Jokic is having his numbers padded? Is that what you're saying?
You heard what the hell I said.
Nikola Jokic does not care about stats, does not care about averaging a triple-double. Nikola Jokic, I hate to tell everyone, doesn't care about winning an MVP. He cares about winning a championship. He compared his basketball IQ to LeBron. This is not a guy that cares about stat padding, Perk. The best argument I can make of why this is such a ludicrous statement, they're 23-0 when he has a triple-double.
First it was the MVP voters are racist. Now it's Jokic's stat padding. Where's that coming from? Where is this coming from? It's just clearly creating a narrative because he so desperately wants Joel Embiid to win MVP. And I get it. I love Joel. I want him to win too. But come on, man. This is ridiculous. I don't mean to trash the man personally. I'm sure he's forgotten more basketball than I could ever even hope to know. But it doesn't change the fact that he's just not good at this. You know, maybe he should get into coaching or be an executive, get into a front office somewhere. I don't know. But I just don't think broadcasting is for him. And it really blows my mind that ESPN continues to trot him out there so that he can get destroyed on a daily basis by J.J. Redick and Stephen A. Smith and Richard Jefferson and so on and so forth. So, you know, this is the reason why people stop watching ESPN, is because it's the filler. All the filler shows are terrible. Okay? SportsCenter and the actual games, the only things worth watching anymore. And that's the problem with ESPN. They have all these shows that they've had for years, and the fans of those shows have either gotten really old and stopped caring, or have grown up like I have. I mean, I used to love ESPN. Could watch it all day, every day. Could watch First Take. Could watch PTI. You know, could watch Around the Horn. Could watch Dan Le Batard all day long and be completely entertained. I don't feel that way anymore. And maybe it's just because the world's changing, or maybe it's because they've been putting out crappy content for the past few years. I think it's more towards the latter, because people still want the content. They're just going to YouTube and other platforms to get it. ESPN's really devolved, man. It's really sad to see, but maybe that will create a lane for someone like me to give their provoking thoughts on these topics. So my provoking thoughts right now on the MVP race are, it's a freaking coin flip. It kind of depends on what you're looking for in a player, because Jokic and Embiid do completely different things. Embiid's more of a scorer and a rim protector. Jokic is more of a facilitator, rebounder. Embiid does a better job protecting the rim, but Jokic shoots a better three-point percentage. I do think that if the Sixers make it to first place, that Embiid should get it. Most definitely. If the Sixers end in first place, Embiid should get it, because the Eastern Conference is the tougher conference. He's been beating some really good teams lately as well. The Sixers also have the toughest schedule remaining in the NBA. You know, if they do end the season in first place, they would have moved up from third place to first place while playing the toughest schedule remaining in the league. That's impressive. So yeah, at that point, I would definitely give Embiid the MVP. Now, if that doesn't happen, it's still a coin flip. I feel like if that does happen, though, it definitely pushes it over into Embiid's favor, especially if he shows out while doing it. So this is my final thoughts on this, guys. Tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Love you. Peace.